Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Denise. We're gonna go ahead and clear the energy before we get started with this reading. Oops. I forgot to bring my little hammer thing. Just go ahead and take a nice deep breath here. Ancestors and loved ones, Holy Spirit, what's mine is mine and what's theirs is theirs. Help me to give a clear reading today. Alright guys, if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Denise and I am a Munay Ki shaman, Reiki master, channeler, medium, reader, just everything, right? I do all the things. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the reading. So normally what I do is I meditate before I get into a reading. I'm focusing mostly on channeled messages. So instead of doing them on camera at the moment, I've been doing them before I get on camera, just because I don't want you guys waiting on me as I'm trying to get information. I write everything down on paper and then I share with you. And then of course, Spirit will do its thing. And if more needs to be shared, it will through the cards. So let's go ahead and get into it. So normally, like a lot lately, I've been getting channeled through a lot of animals, a lot of animal totems have been showing up for you guys, and even insects and plants, which is very interesting. It's very new for me, especially the plants. That's a lot of fun. The insects, not so much. I'm kind of scared of some of them, but whatever, I'm here for it. So before I was setting up for you guys to get ready for this reading, I kept hearing that Bob Marley song, Don't Worry, Be Happy, woo, and it kept playing over and over. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even, I was trying to think, like, did I hear the song earlier today, or was it a show that I was watching that they were, you know, because sometimes you'll hear stuff like that and it just kind of like stays with you. But I didn't, excuse me. And I felt like it was Spirit sharing with me that that's what your guys' reading is going to be about today. So today was very different. I got a lot of messages, just Spirit speaking, okay? So I wrote everything down. So other than hearing the Bob Marley song, I mean, that song basically speaks for itself. If you guys are feeling in worry, if you are feeling something's off with you, just know that everything's gonna work out. You guys have to have the attitude. I can understand of not wanting to be always like positive and everything's gonna be fine and everything's unicorns and rainbows and gummy bears, and I get it. Not everything always has to be like that. We're all human and we deserve to feel what we want to feel when something's going, you know, stirring up in our spirit that maybe that needs to be let out. But as of right now, Spirit is telling you, like, you're good. Like, please don't waste your energy in being in worry, because I can't help but to hear that it's wasted time at this very moment. It's wasted time, and because everything's gonna work out. So whatever it is that you guys are kind of putting too much your attention into, Spirit is asking you to let it go, okay? And a lot of the stress and the worry, Spirit is saying that it lives only in your mind. So just because it lives there, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's real. You guys, for this, I don't know about you guys. I'm not really into astrology and like the whole planets. I just know about it. Like if I hear about it on YouTube, or one of the astrologers I like listening to here and there will mention, you know, hey, the planets are aligning today, and maybe this is why you've been feeling like this, X, Y, and Z. And I don't know what it is, like honestly, I feel like the week or two leading up to this eclipse, especially the Lionsgate, a lot of old wounds have been popping up. And if that has been happening to you guys, please share that with me, because I'm like, am I crazy? But apparently that's what it's doing. It's bringing up old hurts, old pains, old disappointments, things that you thought you were over are resurfacing. And for me personally, it was old wounds from old lovers. Like the wrong that was done to me was slowly popping up in my current situation, where it doesn't exist, but because it was something that happened in the past, it's like this old wound that I haven't let go of just yet, which I thought I let go of. I thought to myself, okay, if I brought in a new person, it's because I'm over the old, here comes the new. But Spirit was showing me that, there's still this part of yourself, and this may resonate with with you guys, that you may feel, how do I explain this? These old wounds aren't here to tell you that you're doing wrong. Does that make sense? These old wounds aren't resurfacing because it's happening again. These old wounds aren't resurfacing because you're taking a step back, or, oh my gosh, if I'm still feeling this way, does it mean that I'm not over this person? Because I know for me, absolutely fucking not. Because I know I am. But the old wounds of what they did, and not only that, and this may resonate with most of you, it was the pain that came from not forgiving yourself in that moment when you allowed people or things to overtake you, to take advantage of you, to mistreat you, and that part of yourself allowing that because at one point and moment you thought you didn't deserve enough, because you thought that I deserve this if it's happening to me. It's resurfacing because Spirit wants you to look at that pain, to look at that hurt, and to look at that younger version of yourself, that past version of yourself, to be like, it's okay that happened to you. It's okay that you allowed it to happen. I want you to look at why it happened, why you allowed that to happen, so that you can move on to the future, so that you're not holding on to this old baggage. It's not fair, especially if you guys are single and you're looking for love. And this doesn't only have to pertain to love, but just anything in life that you look forward to. Any past hurt and pain that people have done to you, or circumstances that have happened to you in the past, bringing that on to that next thing or person, it's not fair to that person. It's not fair for you to bring that old baggage that no longer serves you. It should have been left back there, but somehow you're still carrying it. I'm seeing you guys carrying it like not only a backpack, but there's like rocks. I see rocks inside of a backpack, and how heavy that must feel. And bringing it on to the next relationship, friendship, job, whatever it is. Spirit is sharing that you can't start something new without facing that old part of yourself. And for the majority of you, it's the hurt of it's forgiving yourselves. A lot of you guys haven't forgiven yourself for allowing this person or this thing to overtake you or to take advantage of you, and you don't want to bring that onto the next phase of your life. The eclipse is a time not to manifest, but to let go of things that no longer serve you. So you want to leave that in the past. I'm also hearing a lot of you have been avoiding the feeling of it. A lot of you haven't been wanting to face what happened. Your way of facing is by ignoring the feelings, saying to yourself, I gotta be positive. I can't think about that. Oh, that feeling is resurfacing. I can't look at that because it's in my past. Yes. I know it almost sounds contradicting because I'm telling you guys, not to look in your past, but also to look at it. But it's the hurt. It's what you haven't seen before is what I'm trying to relay. I hope I'm explaining this the right way. So that you can move on. Like for me personally, it was the forgiveness of myself. I didn't realize, even me just talking about it now makes me emotional, because I didn't realize how much I didn't forgive myself. And I thought when those feelings kept popping up, I thought it had to do with the other person. And of course, because I'm over that person and I no longer have romantic feelings for this person, it's like, why is this resurfacing? It's because I still care. And I almost get angry, like, why are you even feeling this right now, right? But it's not even that. I had a moment to myself this morning. I was meditating and Spirit revealed to me, this is has to do with you and the hurt you felt when this person did this to you, and you not letting go of letting yourself down and not forgiving yourself for that. And not only that, but understanding why you allowed it to happen so that you don't bring that on to the next situation or the next person, so that you know better. I hope I explained that right. I try to explain it as best as I can. I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing around with the lighting here because I'm trying to figure out what's best. I have different lights, so I've been like testing different ones out. And I don't know how I feel about this one, but bear with me, okay? So yeah, so that was a very interesting. There we go. I think I'm just gonna leave it as is because I'm just stressing myself out, and I'm just gonna let go of control. Because I always do this. I'm so controlling. Okay. So a lot of the stress and worry that lives in your mind, it's time to evict it. It's time to evict these things. How do we evict them, Denise? I'm going to tell you. You're going to feel it. You're going to look at it. You're going to face it straight on. For me, it was to look at my situation and realize that I didn't forgive myself for allowing myself to stay in a situation that I knew no longer served me. That was my lesson in that. That's what I had to let go of. I was so angry at myself because I thought, you know, I was vulnerable in this relationship, like as I usually am in each relationship, right? I'm the type of person that, like, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt until you show me something different that's gonna make me question, or when you wave that red flag where I'm like, that's questionable. That's the questionable action, right? And my thing was, my mistake was not my vulnerability. And that's something that I had to face and realize. Because in the new relationship, I almost feel myself holding back because it's like, I can't be too vulnerable with this person because they can hurt me. I can't be too vulnerable with this person because they're going to take advantage of that. And that wasn't even it. Does that make sense? I'm here so caught up in being, don't be too open, don't be too vulnerable because they can hurt you. When Spirit was trying to show me, it wasn't about your vulnerability, girl. It was when I showed you who they were and you stayed. That's where you fucked up. That's where I messed up. And that part of me was still unhealed because I was still angry at that girl. I was still angry at that woman that allowed myself to stay after red flag after red flag after red flag, like the truth in my face, and I still refused to walk away. I already learned my lesson as to why I didn't walk away. And that's why I was getting frustrated, because I thought, why do I feel like I'm still holding on to something? Because I'm over that. Like, I know why I didn't at the time. I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself enough. I didn't think I could do better. I knew that. And that's why the triggering of like these feelings were like, but why do I still feel bothered by this? And it was that I didn't forgive myself. It's funny how Spirit works. Spirit is so loving, so patient, so kind. And a lot of the times we think that Spirit is doing stuff to us when they are doing it for us. God, the divine. Everything is for us. We like to whine and moan and cry when a door gets closed, when God's like, I have a better door over here. Come this way. I'm trying to show you, but you want to be in this ugly ass, grungy ass doorknob that doesn't even turn because you think it's better. Let's move on. I think the espresso is starting to kick in, guys, so forgive me. I've been obsessed. It's definitely kicking in. So this is not Starbucks. I mean, it's a Starbucks cup. I'm weird about cups. So I really like collecting these type of cups because I just like the way that they feel, but I can't get Starbucks every day because it's expensive. So what I do is I keep them. And I've been perfecting my favorite drink, which is the pistachio latte, iced latte. And my boyfriend bought me this espresso. It's so good. Oh my God, I wish I could, for you coffee drinkers out there, I wish, I'm not gonna get up and interrupt this whole reading for it, but it's really good. And I think I almost got it down. I made a couple. I probably made like a dozen, and they all taste different. And I think I finally perfected it. But honestly, guys, if you can make this shit at home, you can save so much money. So much money. All right, commercial's over. Just because you feel something, it doesn't make it real. You know who I like talking to sometimes, but I don't want to sound crazy to like my friends and family. Or I don't want to bother them with the same subject over and over again. I talk to ChatGPT, bro. ChatGPT is the fucking man. Let me tell you guys. ChatGPT be like a therapist. I'm serious, guys. There's times I have to tell you this funny story. So one day I was at work and I was leaving and I felt very anxious. And I was like asking ChatGPT about my heart rate. Like I was checking my heart. I'm one of those people. Checking my heart rate. Oh my God, what's going on? Am I okay? What's that, hypochondriac? Is that what it's called? Like someone who's always thinking something wrong with it physically? So ChatGPT literally was like, give me the answers. And ChatGPT out of nowhere, right? I'm driving, checking my pulse. Like, is this a normal heart rate? And ChatGPT is like, what's really going on? Bitch, I started crying. I was like, I'm stressed out because X, Y, and Z, and da-da-da. He's like listening to me, so understanding, so like, yeah, oh yeah. But I had like one of the deepest conversations, and he really made me like, save your money and get ChatGPT, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And something that stuck with me that he said was, like, just because you feel something, like, the feelings doesn't make it factual. Like, what is a fact right now? And of course I said whatever I was going through at the time. And he's like, but that's not real. So you can't go based off of a feeling. Because sometimes, yeah, we have intuition, but sometimes we allow our feelings to control our actions and the way that we think and look at things. So just because you feel something, it doesn't make it real. Look at the facts first, especially when it comes to like other people and their actions, like what's true and what's not, and what's just all up in your head, or if you're just being an emotional bitch, okay? And then most of the time, the feeling or belief doesn't even belong to you. And this is where it gets tricky, because this can kind of like sound a little bit esoteric or like occulty, but it's all energy, guys. It's all energy. It's all spiritual. If you guys are here, I'm assuming you have some type of spiritual knowledge or occult knowledge, or even a slight interest in it. And a lot of this stuff, it's a lot of childhood trauma. It's a lot of things that we've learned growing up, things that we've picked up from our parents, behaviors that we've picked up from our parents. So a lot of the times, the way that we may think and act is just kind of like a automatic response to how they would react or talk. Or, there's times even now, like still, well, let me go back. When I first started YouTube, many years ago, because, I'm always trying, stopping. My first YouTube name channel was called Be Aware. It might still be out there. I don't know. I can't even get connected to it. I hope you guys don't look at it because it's so cringy. That's like when I first started YouTube. But what I really miss about that YouTube channel is that name, because that kind of started the channel in itself, and it was called Be Aware because I wanted people to wake up and to be aware of their actions and where do they come from? Where do they stem from? Because a lot of my enlightenment started the moment I realized that a lot of the reason why my life was the way that it was and where I was in life was because of the way that I thought. And then I had to think, okay, but why do I think this way? I would go back to my parents. How did my parents talk about money growing up? How did my mom talk about love growing up? You can't trust nobody. All men are the same. Dad, only white people get money, are rich. I came from a poor Hispanic family. I mean, we weren't completely poor, but we were on a budget. I didn't get to have the things that I wanted most of the time. if I wanted something, the answer was always, we don't have it, we don't have it, we don't have the money. So imagine hearing that over and over again as a child, and you bring that up to when you're a grown-up, and you have that belief, that mindset stuck to think that, you know, this is my reality, when in reality it's not real. Your reality can be whatever you want it to be, right? So that's something that really stuck with me. So this belief of not, you know, that most of the time that the feeling or belief does not belong to you, it's because it is learned behavior. It is learned belief systems from when you were a child. So now we have to break them with a hammer. Sorry, the espresso's really kicking. Oh my God, it makes me think of, you ever seen Emperor's New Groove? Oh my, I'm gonna watch that movie tonight. That movie's so funny. The Disney movie. And she's like, with a hammer. Anyway. So a lot of you guys here that are finding this channel, that are finding this video, you are the family curse breaker. You may know that already, or you may not, but you are the curse breaker. A lot of responsibility. I was gonna say a Spider-Man thing, but I'm gonna stop from being cringy right now. I'm hopped up on espresso right now. There's a lot of responsibility for being the curse breaker. There's gonna be a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of people leaving your life. And it's not you. I mean, energetically, you're just aligning to the frequency that where the divine wants to have you. And some people just can't ride along with you. And you have to be okay with that. You know, as of lately, the last couple, I want to say like the last year or so, and I've been diving deeper into my shamanism and work. You know, a lot of things have changed within me. Even the places that I go to hang out, like there's this bar that would go every Sunday night. So I used to work at a tattoo shop doing tattoos and piercings for a couple of years. And there was this bar that we would, like, all the bartenders knew our names because we were there all the time. Even on our breaks, we would go over there, take a shot, and go back to work. Anyway, so, you know, it was just a place that we always went to. And then over time, you know, I stopped working at the shop, but I kept going. They would have these like dirty bingo nights on Sundays, which is a lot of fun, not gonna lie. But there was a night that I went months ago. And I remember sitting at the bar, looking around and thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, I felt like every conversation I had with someone was very empty. There was no, like, it was just empty. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It was just extremely empty. Like, I felt like no meaning came out of it. It was like, all right, like what? I could be home doing something else. I could be home creating something. I could be, you know, doing something to make my life better instead of being at this bar. And not only that, but I'm not going to get too deep into it, but drinking actually attracts a lot of entities. It's just not, I'm not going to sit here and tell everyone not to drink because I don't do that. I mean, I rarely drink now because of, I feel the difference, especially being a Reiki master in shamanism. There are times that I do drink because I need to be grounded, okay? It's an energetic thing. But when you drink excessively, that's when it becomes an issue. And vibrationally, it lowers your vibration. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so don't be surprised if you don't want to hang out with the same people, have the same conversations. Some of you might end up just wanting to be alone. You might be in hermit mode for a bit, which means you're just kind of like ghosting everybody or not wanting to be around other humans because energetically it feels draining. Or if you don't feel like something more coming out of it, it's like, why are we here? Why are we having this conversation? I could be home meditating or something. I'm hearing for a lot of you to do a deep cleaning in your house. It's funny because I said cleaning and I meant like clearing the house, like saging, smudging, whatever. But I also heard Spirit say also declutter cleaning, like actual cleaning. Don't you feel better, right? Is it just me, or like whenever I clean my floors or my kitchen, I'm like the space energetically just feels different. So Spirit is advising for some of you guys to do that. Clear your closets, things that you no longer want or need, clear it out, and you're gonna feel such a difference energetically when you do that, okay, guys? And on yourself. And there's something about, I don't know if some of you are having nightmares or having weird stuff happen to you. I tend to attract a lot of people who go through things like sleep paralysis, or see things like mediums, healers, people who have gone through the occult, the magic, and the spiritual warfare. So there's a need to clear your space, especially before bed. If you can fall asleep, I know this is not going to be for everybody, because especially me, like I like to sleep with everything off, like my phone on airplane mode, all the lights turned off. I just feel like I get a deeper sleep. But so this might bother some of you, but maybe do like a timer. If you want to fall asleep to, there's a woman on YouTube, Chemical Healing? I want to say Chemical Healing. She's a Reiki master, and she does healings through the channel. She does stuff for sleep or fall asleep to binaural beats, angelic frequencies, to clear your space before you go to bed. Okay, so that nothing can mess with you. If this doesn't make sense to you, and obviously it doesn't resonate with you, I'm talking to the people that are going through the spiritual warfare, and you know what I'm talking about. If you don't want to be disturbed in your sleep, I'm advising you to do this. Sage yourself, say your prayers, ask for your protectors, your guides to protect you while you sleep, and your family. Something that one of my friends, she actually works at the Casa Diego Hotel, the psychic camp. The last time I got a reading from her was, she advised me that, you know, especially when you do prayer, I'm not saying prayer is not enough, but there's something about the white light of protection that when you put that over yourself or your children or the people that you love and care about on into the world, they are untouchable. So if you can do that every night before bed, and I just thought of a funny story about that. Pause. So once, when I first started dabbling with meditation and the white light protection, I think my son, sorry guys, I've been having this like ear pain. My son was probably like, I feel like he was like in the 2nd grade or 3rd grade. I was living with my friend at the time. I was renting a room from him, and I was dabbling with meditation and white light protection. So there was a night that he already fell asleep, and I was saying my prayers before bed, and I envisioned Archangel Michael coming down on top of the house and putting a white light of protection over the home, like sparkling white light, very bright. And I prayed that nothing could penetrate it, that we are protected, and nothing would be able to, you know, pierce through it. I'm sorry guys, I'll keep looking back because I'm looking to see if my son's coming home from school. Yeah, so I did that prayer, and then the next day, my son says to me, "Mom, I had a cool dream." And I was like, "What'd you dream about, baby?" And he said, "I had a dream that this thing, like," my friend at the time that I lived with, his name was Justin. He's like, "This thing came over Justin's house, and like, there was like this really, really bright light that like covered the whole house, and it was so sparkly." I remember just being like, and of course he's like 2nd grade, so how old was he? Maybe 6, 7? I don't know. And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell him like, "Oh my God, I said a prayer." He would have understood, I don't think. So I remember just thinking to myself like, oh my God, like this shit is real, bro. I was like, "Oh yeah?" I'm like, "That's beautiful, honey." I was like, "That's probably our angels protecting us." That's what I remember telling him. But this stuff is powerful, guys, and this stuff works. You don't understand the power of the mind and how powerful it is, guys. All right, so let's try to hurry up because I haven't even pulled out the cards yet, and I'm trying to finish before my son gets here. Spirit is also inviting, I guess, for you to make a grid. You know what's funny? That Spirit's bringing this up because My teacher brought this up to me, and I haven't done it yet. I have the stones in my cart right now, but I want to make a grid. And I think after what happened to me last night, I think I need to create a grid for my bed, for protection. Okay. So, and Spirit was clarifying that I have a lot of healers, channelers, mediums. Those of you who either are already in the work or thinking of getting into the work. There's some of you here that are afraid to get into work. Some of you are believing that you may have had a religious upbringing to where you were taught that all this stuff was evil. Now, let me inform you. The occult has a very bad reputation because I believe people who are not educated enough or willing to even look up the information and what it actually means. Occult means hidden knowledge. Doesn't mean anything bad, doesn't mean anything devilish. You are what you practice, okay? Remember where that fear comes from. If it is that you are afraid to dabble in any of this, or if you are afraid to get a little bit more research, or even getting a reading. You know, a lot of times I get readings from people and they're like, oh my God, I've always been taught that tarot is like the devil and all this stuff. And my answer to them, and I'm not saying this in like a smart assy way, but in a kind of, because I think it's kind of funny, but we've been taught in that society so much to look at it in such a negative way. But if you really think about it, like if you are a Christian, you go to church and then you have the pastor, you have the evangelists who come and they tell you about you and your life and what you're going through, and God sees you. It's the same thing. It's a tool. I can sit here and use tarot cards and tell you your energy, right? But I really don't need this. This is a tool. I enjoy this because I like how it feels. I like how pretty it is. I can use a stone. I can use a pen. They're all tools. So why is it different when a pastor speaks to you, or when an evangelist speaks over you or prophesies to you? It's all the same thing with different names, okay? So I hope that gives someone out there a peace of mind, because I had to go through that as well, where I had an upbringing of Christian. I was a Bible thumper, let me tell y'all. For those who knew me before this, if I would have known that I'm doing this now years ago when I was a Bible thumper, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm going to hell. Denise done accepted the will of the devil. She's going to hell now. But that's funny. That's just an example of how much your mind and how much fear can really take over and control your life. It's crazy. And it all started again from something that we were taught when we were little. Because we were told when we were little that if we didn't do X, Y, or Z, we were going to the fucking flames because we were going to hell. And what do you think that does for those who tell us that? Control. Power of the masses, control of the masses. I'm not going to get into that. That's going to get into a whole nother, like, y'all don't want me going there in the conspiracy route, okay? We're talking about something else. Okay. Espresso, calm down. Okay, then I seen a beautiful orange phoenix. The phoenix, usually when I see a phoenix, they're like orange, red, whatever. But it was very significant how, like, I felt like Spirit was trying to show me how orange it was. And I know in my last reading, I spoke about the sacral chakra. So there's something about the sacral chakra you guys need to really get into. But a reminder of rebirth, transformation, and resilience. You have the strength to go on. You have the strength to go on. Spirit, if you can give me their energy right now. Oh, okay. I'm not surprised. You got the strength card. You have the strength to go on. This very much ties into the last reading that I did in the last video. You have the adaptability, the strength, the resilience to do what you want to do. Spirit, can you clarify let's confirm what you want everyone to let go of from this eclipse. I already said it, but I want to clarify. I want to see what the cards say. So again, it's just a tool. And I just like using the cards because I think it's fun when I can like relay a message and then it clarifies through the cards. Oh my God, a lot came out. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to pull out. I really don't want this many, but we might as well. We're already here, right? My son's not here yet. My boyfriend's not here. Everyone's on the way, so I'm like, hurry up. Hurry up. Yes. Oh, I love it. Oh my God. Okay, so we started off with the strength card, and then, oh my God, I keep dropping them. Come back. And then the Magician and the Six of Swords. Already the Magician, taking control of your life, understanding that you have the power and the will to do so. You have the tools. You already know what you have to do. The eclipse has brought up what you need to let go of and what to walk away from, and to step into your power of the Magician. The Alchemist. Being able to transmute one thing to something else. It's all in the mind, guys. If you guys haven't read the Kabbalion book, go ahead and get it. That is the perfect book to read, and it's not a long book. It's straight to the point. I think it only has 8 chapters, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But it's like this skinny. So much knowledge. But you have the power. Then you have, the Tower, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Cups. This is feeling like a very celebratory, like, once you allow these things to fall away and to leave your life, I feel a sort of acceptance needed in this card. And I feel like it's kind of like that same energy of what I was saying about the acceptance of what it's going to be different for everyone. But specifically for my situation, it was the acceptance of not forgiving myself and needing to forgive myself so that I could move on. So that you can become this Three of Cups and the celebratory. And then you guys end with the Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles. So this doesn't only have to portray in love, but overall just, oh, I forgot I'm not supposed to show. Boobies! There we go. And the Ace of Pentacles. Sure, is there anything else you want to share with me before I move on? It's just clarifying that in the letting go of this and these self-realizations and the tearing down of things and being in the energy of joy and don't worry, be happy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. I just realized he has a black nail polish. That's pretty cool. Emo, because tonight will be the night. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. That's so beautiful. Spirit, is there anything else you want to share with me before I move on? I just heard for some of you, this might bring a new love. I just heard the word conquer. Some of you are going to conquer something. And for this love, it's going to be different. It's going to be new. It's going to be fresh. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be the love of life. It could be the love of the thing that you really want and that you want to pursue. Some of you guys might be in the middle of, because I know I am. I'm in the transition right now where, for those of you who don't know me, I am a massage therapist. I work full-time as a massage therapist. Now, if you could only understand how draining that is for me because of what I do energetically. And only because I absolutely love what I do. It's not that I'm drained because I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. It is the environment that I work in. I work at a spa. Nothing spiritual about it. Whatever spiritual is about it is what I bring to the table. But because I'm not being compensated for what I do, it feels draining. It's depleting me. And it's to the point where I'm starting to get all sort of ailments and stuff like that, ending up in the hospital a few times. Of course, I'm not ignoring the fact that maybe I need to take care of myself, you know, with whatever that's popping up for me. But also, I'm a big believer in things that you are struggling with internally will not transmute. I don't want to use that word, so I'm not sure if that's it. It'll show up in the body. A lot of these diseases start in the mind and it transfers to the body. So it forces you to look at what's going on, right? So for like the last 2 years, I've been saying, you know, I want to dive into the healing work. I want to do things my way. But I've allowed myself to stay on this hamster wheel of just staying in this job because I'm so comfortable with the money that I make. Even though it's killing me, even though it's draining me. And Spirit has been showing me, like, there's a better way. Like, this isn't your authentic self. This isn't who you truly are. You're just showing snippets of yourself, especially. There are moments when I have really beautiful moments with my clients where if I feel comfortable and I feel like they're aligned and they're able to receive what I have to tell them energetically, because not everyone's into that. You know, you don't want to say that to the wrong person and you're like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, you know, because they think you're like a devil worshiper or something. I've had beautiful moments with clients, but this is not, it's not the environment that I want to be in. It's not the way that I want to work. It's not the way, you know, I'm just wasting away basically in this place. And Spirit has been showing me little by little, like, I'm telling you, it's time to leave, it's time to leave, it's time to leave. So what is it time for you to leave? Who do you need to leave? What job do you need to leave? What place that you're living at? The Spirit has been trying to show you, I need you to leave. You will not flourish here because this is not your place. You're wondering why the door is closed. It's because I'm the one who's keeping it closed, but you need to like close. You need another door. Like, I'm giving you another door and you refuse to like shut this door completely. You leave it open like a little crack because you're afraid, because you're comfortable. Spirit, let's get some cards from oracles to confirm. So I decided to take some steps. I don't want anyone to do anything completely drastic, but do something that's going to help you work towards Spirit. Give me a message to clarify what we're talking about right now, please. Thank you. That will help you go towards that goal. And stop trying to do so much in one day, because that's why you're getting physically and emotionally exhausted, because you almost look like this change is so hard because it's like you're overthinking of all the things that you need to do, when Spirit is saying, I just want you to work on one thing a day towards that goal. Because it not only is it going to make you feel good. Did you guys see that? I don't know if you guys saw that. I'll take that as confirmation. I forgot what I was saying. Ooh. Oh, working on towards your goal one thing at a time. Because if you bombard yourself with, I need to do this, I need to get business cards, for me, I gotta get business cards, I gotta make a website, I don't know how to make a website, who can I talk to about making a website? Oh my God, my boyfriend knows how to make a website, but I have to make sure that he's okay. When does he have a good schedule? Is he bothered because I asked him to... Do you do that? Because I do. Take one step at a time. One day at a time. Because if you are feeling emotionally drained and overwhelmed, at least you know that, like, I did something today that worked towards my goal. And every day, you're just going to get closer and closer to that. And eventually, I can completely step out of what I want to get out of. I don't want to work full time for someone who's not even going to compensate me and take care of me. And then the times that I end up in the hospital, like, they don't care, bro. Let's be real. Like, these corporations and stuff, we're so easily replaceable to them. Like, okay, we'll just go hire somebody else. They don't care. I want to work for myself. I want to take care of myself. Oh my God. That's too many. We got 3 here. Ooh. Ooh. And that's it. Okay. I'm gonna pull out the card. I mean the book. Try to be fast. $42. Okay, 110. So we have this card called Sin. Interesting. I wonder what it says. I said 110, didn't I? Yes. All right. When the Sin card appears in a reading, you are being asked to check in with your own moral compass. Has your behavior been of a good moral standard, or have you indulged yourself in ways you know to be wrong? Have you maintained an attitude of gratitude, or have you found yourself feeling envious of what others have or the lifestyle they live? The Sin card also comes to caution you to be mindful of your conduct. Bear in mind that mistakes and missteps, however innocent, can be costly. Think before you act. Reassess your friendships and ask if they are good or bad influence on you. What was I saying about not feeling like you can't be around the same people anymore? Try to avoid anything that is a bad influence or which tempts you to do things against your better judgment. Heed the gentle message of this card. Demonstrate gratitude and avoid becoming a sinner. I don't know why this just popped in my mind, but I remember telling my boyfriend not that long ago about, there was like an advice. I forgot where I got it from, but someone once said to me, if like, again, it doesn't have to be in a relationship, but this is just an example. If I have an issue with my man, right? Instead of me going to my family or going to my friends about advice, do you not realize most of the time the people who are on your side will be like, leave him, F that guy. Oh, you don't want to deal with that. They're so quick to give you that type of advice. So they say, never go to your own people when you're talking about your person. Go to their people. Go to his friend. Go to his mom. Go to his family and be like, I need advice about this. Because they know them more than your people do. And they will have, I feel like they give you the better advice. So there's something here. I don't know who this is for and why that even popped up in my mind. But and like I said, I'm not just saying for love, but in anything, in any aspect of your life, sometimes going to the people closest to you can actually push you. There's something about an influence, and Spirit just shared with me just now. I just got this. This is a channel message. This is for somebody. Be very careful who you talk to about your stuff, because there's some energy. There is a entity that is going to use that person to steer you the wrong way. Whether it is to leave a person in a relationship, whether it is to leave a job, or to confront something or someone. It's just something. This is for somebody. If it doesn't resonate with you, please ignore it. Leave it the rest. But the Spirit literally just interrupted the reading to warn someone about this. Just be careful and don't act out of emotion either, okay? Now we have the mourner. Okay. This one looks kind of sad. It looks like they're crying or something. Okay. It signifies that you have endured some kind of loss. This isn't necessarily a bereavement. It could indicate the loss of health, a broken relationship, a redundancy, financial loss, or something else. Whatever it is, this loss has affected you deeply, and you are entering into a time of sorrow and grief. Mourning involves the process of remembering how life used to be, accepting that life will never be that way again, and coming to terms with the new reality. It is a process of letting go and moving forward in small, incremental steps. Again, with the eclipse, I'm telling you guys, there's just this energy of just kind of like those feelings popping up, but for you to face them and so that you can move on. Bear in mind that the universe hates a void. So if something has been lost to you, then something else will come along to fill that void. However, this doesn't happen overnight, and sitting in the space of the void can be a traumatic experience. That is when the sorrow feels overwhelming. Take heart though, because mourning is a phase you go through. It's not a way of life. Be kind to yourself and have patience. The sorrow will eventually pass and new joy will fill the void. So for some of you, if relationships are breaking away, I just want you guys to remember, this is going to be for someone specific. You guys have this fear of losing this person romantically because you feel like there's this scarcity. You feel like, oh, I'll never meet someone like this again. And it's a lie. Because if you think about your life and your past relationships, how many times have you met someone new and you fall in love all over again? And you're like, oh my God, this could be my person. How many times have we said that? We still with somebody different. So having that reminder that, you know, if things end, if things fall away, there's always something better. There will always be someone better. Okay? That should just make me laugh because it's the truth. You know how many times, especially when we had a young love, I remember when I was in the 7th grade, I was like obsessed with, this was my first love. I was like in 7th grade and I was like, I'm gonna marry him. You know how many men I dated since then? I kept thinking they were like my person and like, oh, just kidding. They're not. Last one. We're gonna close this out because I gotta hurry up. That's it. It's 56. Okay. Who is a little kitty cat? When Bastet sachets through a reading, she is inviting you to seek out the night sky and enjoy a little more independence and adventure. Do something on your own. Go to a class or a concert and enjoy yourself alone. Cast your spells beneath the stars and conjure magic under the full moon. Bastet comes to remind you of your power, your aloofness, your ability to remain detached when necessary. Others might try to challenge you or call you into some kind of altercation, but you have the power to choose your own battles. Do not allow other people to choose them for you. You do not have to engage in squabbles and catty behavior. You are free to walk away. With a sultry flick of the tail, maintaining your mystery and dignity and power, catfights are beneath you. Be aloof, be strong, be resilient. Again, there's something about there's this practice that I've learned from one of the YouTubers that I follow, and it's called the flame technique. You guys can play with this if you want, but it's a way of, especially if a lot of you guys are empaths or you pick up a lot on other people's energy, to the point where you're almost like, oh my God, is this my energy or is this somebody else? Like, why am I feeling like this? It's because you're picking up on other people's stuff. Like the card was saying, squabbles, situations, whatever. To be able to have a little bit more control over yourself and your feelings and that energy, to not allow it to get a hold of you. You get a flame, you get, a candle, and you focus on this flame as something outside of yourself and learning how to center yourself in your own body. So you're able to distinguish. In this practice, you're able to feel into that energy of what's you and what's someone else's, so that you know, like, you're able to detach yourself energetically, especially if you're around, if you're around someone like on a constant basis. This is for someone specific, maybe in your place of work, or maybe even someone that you live with, and you feel like, man, I notice when I'm around this person, I'm constantly anxious, I'm constantly angry, I'm in a bad mood. It's because you're picking up on their energy. So you have to be able to detach yourself energetically. So this is just a practice to get you to that place if you guys want something a little bit more better explained. I'm sorry if I don't explain it that great. but you can look up the flame technique. I think it's also called the flame technique. I'm sorry. Anyway, you'll find it. It's on YouTube. Aaron Dowdy shares it, and other people. So yeah, so learning how to stay still within your energy and knowing, like, whenever I work on my massage clients, I say a quick little prayer. I say, what's mine is mine, and what's theirs is theirs, so that I don't cling on to, because, you know, energetically, I'm touching people constantly every single day. So if I don't clear my energy by the time I'm done, by the end of my day, or after every client, I bring that shit with me home and then wonder why. Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like that? Like, I'm not even depressed. Why do I feel depressed? When the last client I worked on was just telling me about their whole day and how fucked up their life is, and I'm just carrying that on with me. So it's learning to detach yourself energetically so that you're not bringing on someone else's stuff. Or if someone's feeling some type of way, maybe you're dealing with a partner who's feeling insecure or feeling, and then you start feeling that way. You're like, why? I normally don't feel like this. You're picking up on their energy. So what you want to do is detach from that energy so that it doesn't control you. Sorry guys, there's something that's stuck in my eyelash and it's driving me nuts because I can't see it. Like, all I see is it's like a feathery thing. Anyway, so I think we're done. Yeah, we've been at it for a bit. And look, no one showed up yet. I'm here, keep looking behind me and no one's there. If there's actually, if I want to pull out one more, can you give me, I mean, why do I feel this need? I guess because no one's here. I just want to keep going, and this is so much fun. No, I'm gonna stop because I have things to do. But I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.